Hey, it's Lisa Woking, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to crack the communication code with your team, giving you a 5-step sprint to help your team achieve their goals 3 times faster without you having to do any extra work yourself. I'm excited to guide you through this very simple yet transformational approach to team communication that can significantly boost team productivity and morale. Whether that be in team meetings or in one-on-one conversations, this process is effective for all communication. And not only is it a game changer for you, when you teach this to your managers and the rest of your workforce, you will see that it will improve your team's communication and increase productivity by up to 30%. By the way, if this is your first time learning about me, my name is Lisa Woking, and I'm an incredibly passionate coach, trainer, and author focused on all things team performance. I work with business leaders of organizations with 20 to 100 employees on how to optimize their team's performance. I've been a coach and trainer for over 10 years now, and these are just some of the clients I've worked with. But enough about me. This is your time to discover the next step in optimizing your team's efficiency and productivity through effective communication. So, some of the common challenges I've observed when working with my clients are that teams can waste an incredible amount of time in pointless or unclear communication, resulting in meetings with no clearly defined outcome. Undocumented accountabilities within meetings can lead to misunderstandings and confusion, resulting in missed deadlines and or targets. And frustrated employees, frustrated by the lack of productivity and progression in meetings, resulting in disengaged team members. All of this causes a domino effect, leading to poor attitudes that breeds complacency, where they say something along the lines of, well, if they're not going to do it, why should I do it? Type attitude. If any of these sound familiar, then this session is for you. Imagine a team where every meeting has a purpose, where every team member is engaged and committed, and every goal is met with precision and enthusiasm. Solving these common issues opens up a world of opportunity for enhanced productivity, improved team morale, and a thriving working environment. This is not just a dream, it's entirely possible with the right approach. So I'd like to introduce you to the Cracking the Communication Code, your 5-step sprint to achieving team goals 3 times faster. This is your guide to revolutionize team communication in 5 simple actionable steps. So here's how you do it. Step 1 is all about defining the desired outcome, identifying what is the desired outcome as a result of this communication. And you do this by asking questions along the lines of, what is our desired outcome? Or by stating, this is our desired outcome from this meeting. You can ask other questions like, what do we want to achieve as a result of this conversation? What is your desired outcome from this communication? Any question that helps you identify and the team what the desired outcome is or the destination is for a successful meeting. Once we've done that, then step 2 is about looking at where we are now, evaluating where you are right now by asking questions like, what is the current situation? What is the current state of play here? What is currently working and what isn't working? What resources do we currently have that are working, and what are the current challenges we face? Any question that helps you understand and identify as a team where you are currently. And by doing that, what you've done is you've identified where you are now and where you want to be. You've clearly defined a gap that you need to close. So step 3 is all about brainstorming, engaging in a brainstorming conversation to explore all the possible options. And you do this by facilitating a session where you ask questions like, what is one way we could move forward? What could we do to solve this challenge? What are all the possibilities we have available to us to move forward on this? And the ultimate question, what else? Because we don't just want 1, 2, or 3 ideas. We want as many ideas as possible. And even the worst idea could trigger a genius idea in someone else. Make sure at this stage you are documenting all the ideas, that they're being captured. And on a side note, make sure you allocate a minute taker for each meeting so that all ideas are captured and recorded for future reference. Once you've got all these new ideas down, some may be crazy, some may not be, then the next step is to decide, reflect as a team on all the ideas that have come up and decide on the best path forward for maximum impact. As a team, decide which idea is the best to implement based on feasibility and potential impact. And this can be done through a 3-2-1 voting system, with 3 being the most preferred option and 1 being the least preferred. The option that has the highest vote count wins. This offers ownership and buy-in to the solution from each team member, which means there will be greater uptake on actions to implement the desired solution. In this step, identify who will take ownership of what action items and document this also, because it's so incredibly important, as it will be your source of truth when you need to follow up in the future. And step 5 is, once it's implemented, to come back and review what has been implemented and actioned so that you can establish what the results are and adjust strategies accordingly. Continue to monitor its effectiveness and evaluating the results and making necessary adjustments as you go. By systematically following these steps, you can solve problems efficiently and achieve outstanding results time and time again. So why does this approach work? Well, a recent study showed that 84% of employees depend on their managers for communication. So as leaders, we must role model how to communicate effectively. In a McKinsey report, they found that robust communication practices can enhance team productivity by 25%. And a recent client I worked with reported to me just recently that their meeting efficiency had improved by almost 50% as a result of the structure of this, because conversations were more targeted and actions became clearer. Another client told me that the amount of conflict and employee drama they were experiencing was overwhelming and took up so much of the day. And after completing this work, it seemed to almost disappear, where their time was ultimately freed up to focus on the job at hand, offering a 30% increase in overall productivity. So simply put, it empowers team members and promotes active participation. When leaders facilitate communication effectively, teams become more engaged and more proactive. This method has transformed many teams, and it can do the same for yours. You don't need to replace them, the team members. You don't need to sack everyone and get a whole new team. Instead, you can empower them to reach their own potential through effective communication. So let's quickly recap on what we've covered today. Practice these 5 steps in every conversation, both one-on-one and in team settings. Take one step at a time and observe how the team responds at each stage. Ensure you have met each step before moving to the next, and if you need to re-clarify, go back and clarify before moving on. Listen actively to your team's concerns and contributions and be willing to revisit steps if necessary. I'd love to hear how this goes for you, so please comment below and let me know what's working. And as always, please reach out if you require any further clarification. I wish you all the best in enjoying your team's newfound efficient communication and goal attainment. Bye for now.